check, 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 check.
think that switch goes like that. Oh, sure does. Okay. Hey, everybody. Wow, y'all look great. Look at you. Man. Yeah, look at that. Anacortes is beautiful. Wow. You guys are awesome. I love you guys. All right. What's this one? The wee lads and lasses. Okay. So thank you very much for coming to the Anacortes Middle and High School Band Concert. This is our winter concert. This is very exciting. The beginning band, which is on the stage right now, this is their first public performance. How cool is that? Yeah. I'm very, very pleased with this group. I know you're going to like this quite a bit. They've got a set of, oh yeah, those guys right there. Got these 5 songs they're going to play for you. And in all but the dreidel song, I told the kids that if they got 100% on their play test, I was like, play Up on the Housetop for me, play Jolly Old Saint Nick. If you get 100% and you would like to, it's optional, I'll feature you on the concert and a special little thing you can do. And we'll have you do a small ensemble, and you could play a few measures just with your friends. And some of them scored 100% plus if it was possible, and they were just like, no, I'm good, don't make me do that. Like, I won't make you do it. But a lot of them were very enthusiastic. I'll say that the turnout for that is much larger than I ever even expected. Most of them will have taken that opportunity, and we'll do that. Oh, I got this purple thing too. I'll put that away. It's been a long day. I'm impressed that I can even talk still. I've been yelling at kids all day long. They're wonderful. When I yell at them, I'm yelling like words of love and encouragement. I never say they sound bad or anything like that, and they're perfect little angels. For those of you trying to get a good photo op, when this group's done, I'll kind of have each row stand up, and you can get that moment, kind of get that good picture. You will see the kids stand up when they go to do their little features and all that. It's super cool. I hope you enjoy. So what you can expect for the concert as a whole tonight is we'll kind of go in age order, kind of ascends as we go, with some special groups like our jazz combo. We'll start off the high school set, and like the percussion ensemble, which has all high school ages, but primarily middle school stuff first, and then high school stuff after that. There's not a specified intermission, but there are a lot of set changes, and during those set changes, they can get tedious and boring, and so we have provided some chamber music. So for the high school symphonic band and wind ensemble, that's our 2 levels of band that we teach at the high school, they're going to come right up front, straight all the way up front, and play some music for you, play some carols that you recognize. I was going to say I hope, but I'm sure you'll know these ones. They're great. These kids are awesome. But the high school kids will do that in between. So there's not a formal stopping point. For those of you that are like, oh, that's neat, there's probably going to be noise happening behind that as we set chairs and things like that. So if it's annoying to try to hear that group while we're moving stuff, that was the best we could do, was give you some music while you were waiting. So without further ado, I would like to announce the debut of our Anacortes Middle School beginning band. How about it for those percussionists in the back? Great job, guys. Great job. Third row, stand up. Stand up, third row. Yeah. Second row, second row. Yeah. And my first row. Yeah. All right, thank you. All right, we're going to take a little transition here. We'll provide a little bit of music up front, and we'll move a few chairs and stuff.
Kennelly Keys Music in Anacortes is your one-stop shop for all your musical needs. As a full-service music retailer, Kennelly Keys offers everything from sales and rentals to music lessons and repairs. Whatever you need, Kennelly Keys Music has you covered. Visit our website at kennellykeysmusic.com, follow us on Facebook, or stop by the store and speak with our knowledgeable staff. And make sure to check out our new music hall. Kennelly Keys Music, located at 1904 Commercial Avenue in Anacortes.
Half the time, I'm just trying to figure out where I'm supposed to go next. I don't. But they look eager, so I know where I need to be. Okay, so this next group we've got up is the combined classes in my second and third period at the middle school. We call them intermediate and advanced band. Play 3 numbers with these guys combined together. I call them the concert band when we mix it together. And then, yeah, they sound great. But I guess you don't need to hear me say that. You just want to hear what it sounds like. It's really wonderful. It's been a pleasure working with you all very much this cycle, right? And I'm excited to work on some new music with them soon. I sent an email out a little while ago about solo and ensemble, and then I didn't follow up or anything because it turned out that deadline got pushed later for the district. For the middle school kids, it's not due quite yet. So I'm going to do another, just make sure we're all on the same page about that, figure out who wants to be a part of that. There's more time to get that settled. You'll see something, again, from me soon, tomorrow or Monday, and we'll get that sorted out. Okay, so I think we're all ready. This is the Anacortes Middle School Concert Band. I'm just so proud of them. Man, they sound good. Wow. Doesn't sound like a middle school band at all. That's incredible. I can't tell you enough how much of a pleasure and how much of a joy I get working with both middle school and high school students every day. This is like the dream for me. I first taught middle school. Many of you know this already. I taught middle school when I was first teaching, and then I taught high school. And in both cases, I wish like I had the other kids also. This time I got them all. Some days I go home really tired. All days I go home really tired, but it was energy well spent and a lot of joy and merriment that I get every day. And I hope that you all enjoy that this season, because that's kind of what it's all about. Okay, we got one more with this group. This one's exciting. Here we go.
Welcome to the Rockfish Grill.
The Rockfish Grill specializes in fresh Northwest food, including seafood and pizza prepared in their wood-fired oven. They proudly pour Anacortes ales and lagers, brewed right next door at the Anacortes Brewery. The Rockfish Grill and their companion business, H2O, feature live entertainment every week with local and national acts. The Rockfish Grill, Anacortes Brewery, and H2O, 4th and Commercial in downtown Anacortes.
So kind of the order that when I say we, I guess music teachers, myself, okay, I guess I can't speak for all the rest of them. For me, and the things that I focus on with kids, especially younger age, which is like routine, taking care of the instrument, but mostly like the sound. Whenever they come in and play in the class, work on the sound. I'll go on the piano and play a thing, and they'll like sing it back, and they'll buzz it in their mouthpieces, and they get their ears trained, and they learn to hear sounds. And that's the first stage. And we don't ever stop working on that stage. Professional musicians today, they go and they play along. They get the trumpet out, they sit there and they hold the note out for like 15 seconds, and then they play the next note, and they hold that one out. They check every note every day. And we kind of take that approach here. And in the middle school level, it's always really enjoyable when a group gets so good at the basic fundamentals of sound creating and all of that stuff that they can work on nuance. So we can start to begin to work on the way we phrase music. We can work on the way we want notes to be shaped in certain ways. It's so much more fun than just playing like your part, your note, and your rhythm. They spend a lot of time getting their parts down and getting their fingers in the right spot and buzzing the right notes. But in this group, we've gone to the next level. So this is the advanced band, and this is going to be quite a bit of fun. This is Hanukkah is here with the Anacortes Middle School Advanced Band. How are we doing? Oh, there we go. Okay, cool. So from here on, we've got high school stuff. This is the jazz class. They meet at 6:30 a.m. twice a week. We do that in the high school band room, then I rush over and teach middle school. It's great fun, trying to teach them some leadership and running the class on their own, letting them rehearse some of the songs. So a lot of this that they're doing today, they kind of put together on their own, and we hope you enjoy. This is the Jazz Combo. Great, we've got another set change here without the intro music, so just talk for a moment. Great job, jazz guys, you guys are awesome. We had a couple soloists there, Garrett on the keyboard, we had Caleb on saxophone. I think that was it for that. We had Dominic on guitar, play a little bit of that Rudolph. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So yeah, in that early morning, that's quite an hour, you know. But it's kind of the perfect time that fits our schedule. We know we can get kids in their morning, and they don't have athletics and other activities and clubs that they are a part of. So we call that the 0-hour class. It's a class they register for in high school. So those of you in middle school, maybe that's a group you want to play in one day. I sure hope so. You just got to wake up a little bit earlier, but you get used to it. We work on jazz improvisation, music theory, and learning tunes by ear. Things like that, learn how to articulate and sing the language the way that the jazz greats did. The jazz group did their first gig recently over at Kennelly Keys. They have a stage that we could play on in there. And they did some Louis Armstrong things they learned, some Dave Brubeck. It was a lot of fun. They have kind of a set list they're working up. And then in the spring, we'd like to do a little bit more performing, or I guess just second semester, kind of worked up the songbook the first semester, and then we want to get out there and play as much as we can. I did just get word that there's going to be a jazz SJMEA with a rated performance and stuff. I'm going to get that date out to you, and we'll run it by all of my jazz families and figure out if we're available to do it. I'd love it if we could go and play for some judges and get some feedback, some adjudication. And then I'm also in the middle of planning it, especially if in April, for them to do a concert with a guest artist. Jazz people, you didn't even know. That's the first I've said it. I am bringing out a guest artist this year. He's going to come and play with the jazz band. He writes a bunch of special arrangements of like modern day music and works them into jazz instrumentation. So he's going to customize something for us and come out and do a concert with us later in the spring. So that's the jazz group doing some pretty cool stuff. Very exciting. Yeah, look at these smiles on their faces. They're like, ooh, what a time to make an announcement. I don't think everybody heard that. Well, they don't listen to class either, so what's the difference? Anyway, so I'm kidding. Kind of. And up next is the percussion ensemble. I'm giving just a moment. We're not in a hurry. You all make sure you got all your pages and stuff. So the percussion ensemble is so I teach 3 classes of high school. I teach percussion, and that's 9 through 12 high school age percussion class. They get their own class, as opposed to like in the middle school classes, the percussionists and wind players all meet together in the same class. But in percussion, we start to specialize and do some different things, like the drumline instruments. The drumline plays a lot in the first half of the year, and then we focus on kind of athletic band stuff. We play the marching band, and they have a lot more songs. You know, we have the songs the whole marching band plays, and the drumline learns a whole extra series of cadences. And it's really cool the way they count them off, because we have a drum captain, that's our student leader, that's Nathan. He does a certain call off on his instrument, and then they all have to start the cadence and know which one it is and jump in with their parts. It's super cool. And that's not something we did where I came from. So when I saw them do that, I was just like, man, you guys are the best. This is awesome. And so they spent the past 2 months. We put this piece in the program, but something we've spent a little bit more time on in their class period was Tiger Hawk, which is our rivalry basketball game. It's a doubleheader that we just did this past Friday, and the drumline during their class put together a whole show with visual choreography that they did in the gym, and it was just really incredible. If you were there at Tiger Hawk, you know that they tore the place up. It was awesome. But nonetheless, we got responsibilities, and we prepared a piece for you for this winter program, and I think you'll like this one. You'll recognize it. It's a classic. Okay. We've got a really large set change to do in the back here, but we got several more groups going to come up and play us some more carols. How about the small groups? Pretty cool, huh? They do really well with that. All right. I will let them take it away. Okay. Man, that was something. All right, very cool. So I'm going to just read. I took some notes here. I'm not like, hey, I'm making a phone call. Actually, I think my mom in Florida is watching the live stream. I saw your text, Mom. Thank you for watching this. It's really sweet of you. Yeah, I saw the missed text, and I was like, oh, I didn't send her the link. And then I saw the text backstage just now. It says, like, the link was easy to find. It's all good. I was like, oh, moms are smart, you know? They're so smart. Whoa. After all that support I heard from you, wow, sheesh. Okay. They get chatty. The problem is not just that they're talking, it's the things they say. Like, they don't even think. They just start saying words. And I'm like, that doesn't even, no. It's okay. I'm going to teach them. They're going to learn. By the time they're done with band, they'll be respectable young adults. Okay. All right. We've reached our last group that's going on today. This is our combined bands. But before we go along, I'd just like to say thank you first to the people that help me teach. I get to teach music. It's the best thing. And I tell the kids, I really hope that you can be as lucky as me, which is that I get to do my favorite thing in the world, and they pay me money to do it. It's really cool. And so I hope that my students will find their passions, and they'll follow their dreams, whether those passions turn into hobbies, or they find careers and a vocation that really is meaningful, and they can work with people that they enjoy and find good community in their lives. I wish that for them. I've certainly found that here and really enjoyed my time with these students so far. And I want to thank all the parents that help me to focus on teaching kids. There really is a lot to my job that's not that, and it's time-consuming, and it's hard to organize a lot of events, and I just want to say thank you to all of my Booster Executive Board who help to plan things and remind me of things or let me know of things that have happened before that maybe we want to plan for this year. Thank you very much to my band Boosters and the Executive Board that leads them. Thank you, guys. We have some supporters of our band financially. We earn grants in different ways. We get donations sometimes, and so I just want to say a few thank yous because for those of you who didn't really know what band was and you signed up for it, probably the first thing you found out is you're like, dude, there's a price tag on this thing. We got to buy stuff? Yeah, band stuff's not the most inexpensive thing, and it takes quite a bit to keep this group going, and I appreciate all of you that have made the commitment to getting equipment for these kids and helping them, put a really good smile on their face and helping their dreams come true in this way. I'd like to also thank the Anacortes Rotary Club. This is super cool. We've been, it's an estimate, but I'm trying to get us a new tuba at the middle school, and to get even a 3/4 size one is almost $4,000, and the Anacortes Rotary Club has, they've made an estimate to give us $1,900. That's about half the cost of the tuba. Yeah. The Anacortes Arts Festival we have 2 grants that we've spent one of them this year on equipment with the students. So any of the good sounds you hear at the high school, some of them have equipment because of purchases that we've made to both drum pads with the drum line. They practice on these pads in class, and that's because the Anacortes Arts Festival. And that's one of the grants they do. It helps us get equipment. They also do one that helps us bring out a guest artist, like I announced for the jazz band coming in. They give us money to contribute toward the cost of bringing someone out and doing a special educational concert with the kids and doing a master class with them and teaching them things about music. Because, Mr. Dial, he's just some random weird guy. No, I'm kidding. But, it's great to have other people out here and to bring in some really top-notch college professors and people like that, people living the life and playing professionally. It's good to have them on our stage with us and in our classroom with the students. So thank you to the Anacortes Arts Festival helping to make that happen. A newer grant that we got recently is the Anacortes Library Foundation, the Maneri Endowment. They have approved some jazz mouthpieces for our saxophones for the jazz group. They were going to get a new alto and a tenor sax mouthpiece in so that the kids can try equipment that was designed for playing jazz. Yeah, I know. So it's like those of you that are thinking about saxophone and all that, yeah, there's a different mouthpiece that's over $100 for jazz, and there's another one for classical playing, blah, 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 blah. So that's why we get the grants, and thank you very much to the Maneri Endowment for purchasing those for us. Thank you. We received a private donation, anonymous donation, and I know that those people know who they are. We thank you very much for that. And also to our local Cleaners, we have Thrifty Cleaners. They made a donation to us as well, and they dry clean our uniforms for us. So thank you so much for your donation. We appreciate you. And on that middle school tuba thing, a newer one, a grant I applied for a while ago, trying to see what we could do, another $1,000 toward that tuba. Price is going down and down and down. This is the Fidalgo Island Rotary. Thank you. Oh, I did see your text, Sylvia. Just remembered. Thank you, Starbucks. They provided us coffee. How cool is that? We all like Starbucks. Yeah. I'll talk with you briefly one more time before we go. This is the final three pieces we're going to do. I'll say maybe a couple more words before the last piece. But I have to tell you what's going on here. Because so far, everything you've heard, you're like, oh, yeah. Oh, that one. Wish you a Merry Christmas. Deck the halls. This is a little different. You recognize definitely the first one of these two. In Vienna, they celebrate New Year's in a very, very special way. That is a city in Austria that is just full of culture, has been for a long time. They have been running a concert series that is world famous. It's almost impossible to ever get a ticket in to go to this concert. It's booked for however long, and you have to apply to get the tickets. And one day, I'm going to start applying. I want to win those because I want to be able to go to this concert. And what they do is Johann Strauss the second. I see we got both names on there today for two pieces we're doing. Wrote a bunch of waltzes, polkas, marches, hundreds of them, and they do those sorts of pieces. The Strauss family. Their whole dynasty, his brother was a composer, the father was a composer there, they wrote music. And so we are doing this set of music you're about to hear now. These three pieces are related to New Year's. And so as we think ahead to 2018, we hope you enjoy these festive and lively pieces. Here is the Anacortes High School Concert Band. We have a few students that made some really great achievements recently. Some of them were selected for the honor band, and they performed in early November. If you played in the honor band, in the regional honor band, will you please stand up so we can recognize you? Say great job for representing our school. Yes. And also, probably the most competitive thing that bands do is the audition to be in the all-state band, and you compete against people from all over the state. It's a limited number of seats for each instrument, and we have had 2 students selected for the all-state band. Stand up, guys. Okay, here's another one by Strauss. It means so much to work with these people every day. Students, I love you guys very much. Thank you so much for being so good to me as your teacher, all the way from my youngest ones over there. Hey, hey. The middle ones, and the old guys. I care about all of you very deeply. Very proud of you tonight. You all sounded so good. I might not see you when you go, so make sure you get home safe. And I know that you're going to have a great holiday season. Everybody get home safe tonight. We've got one more to just celebrate the new year and kind of brotherhood. Shush, all of you. Hey, shh, shush. Yeah, it's like we're in class still. Shh, shush. Yeah, you got to learn how to be a good audience member. Hello. Shh. I know you. These ones? Oh, big surprise there. Okay, oh, come on, guys. Oh, come on. They mean well. Get home safe, everybody. Thank you so much for coming. Appreciate you being here. You can watch this concert over and over and over again. It'll be on YouTube. Thank you to those who make that possible for us. You'll see all my thank yous on the last slide whenever you're on your way out as well. Take care, everyone. Thank you all so much for coming. Take care. Have a great night. Hi. Hi. Oh, am I famous? Am I a celebrity? I'm famous.